It's Monday, Mindful Monday.
Mindset Monday. That too. Mindful
Well,
mindset motivation Monday.
Always threatening Caribbean parents. You have to be mindful. You have to be mindful. So
Is that what they say?
that was what got in my head.
I love it. Well, today's the day that we want to set your intentions right. You have the rest of the week to deal with traffic, to deal with exes, to deal with nexes. Right. You have the rest of the week to deal with everything from the school calling you, for your child. You just everything you can think of. So we want to bring in a mindset specialist, a mindful specialist, your friend Danny Stone.
Yes. Without further ado, man, this guy is everything. He's doing it all, and I love the fact that he gets us ready mentally. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you none other than my good friend, Mr. Danny Stone, in the building.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's an intro. Thank you.
I know, right? He was looking back at us like it was tennis.
I know, funny. He's going side to side. Talk to them.
Yeah, I mean...
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Let them know who you are, Coach Stone. Let them know. Don't be...
Yeah. My name is Danny Stone, also known as Coach Stone, is in the building. I do a lot of things with speaking, coaching, podcasts. I'm all about helping people to shift their mindset and create the life that they want.
Yes.
Right. And, we had you on a few times and we had a great response. So some people are asking right now, what's his IG? They just want to check you out before we start. What's your Instagram?
At I am Danny Stone everywhere.
Okay. So, Danny, we wanted to bring you in to talk about some of the issues going on nowadays. I don't know, maybe it's the weather. I think the weather, because we're indoors. Monty, we've been indoors for 2 years.
Yeah.
But everyone's starting to think, and go back in the past and try and think about their future. Maybe it's spring cleaning. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
But what are some of the issues and things that you're hearing about nowadays, from people? What are some of the concerns?
Yeah, I wouldn't call them issues, but I think for a lot of people trying to figure out what's next, you've been in the house for 2 years. Mm-hmm. What do I really want in my life, in all areas of my life? What's really important to me right now? Mm-hmm. And how do I kind of figure all this out? Mm-hmm. How do I get clear about what it is that I really want? And I think that's the biggest challenge for a lot of people. We're focusing on the wrong things. We really need to get clear about what we really want in our lives.
So don't think of the past. Sometimes you think, oh my gosh, or you have regrets. How do you navigate? How do you not think of that, but actually move forward? And sometimes don't you kind of need to think about it so you don't do it again?
Yeah, I think the past is more of a marker and lessons. You can't stay in the past. What did you learn from those mistakes, those failures, from other people doing you wrong, from you doing other people wrong, right? We're not perfect too. We have to look at that with ourselves.
Yes.
Take those lessons and use them to move forward. But I think that the best way to wake up in the morning is with gratitude. When you focus on the things that you're grateful for and what you have, you're not constantly looking back at the things that didn't go right because you're grateful for what you have right now.
Right.
Here's the question, and I know what it's like to go through a very hard time in your life. How do you find gratitude, Mr. Danny Stone, when life sucks? Or when you perceive it to suck? How do you find it?
You pull out a pen and paper,
right,
and you say, here's all the things that I'm grateful for today. It's a piece of pen and paper are the two simplest underused tools in our lives.
Correct.
They can help us solve problems. They can help us figure things out. They can help us find gratitude. You actually sit down with a pen and paper and say, I am grateful for, and you make a list of everything you can possibly think of. And if you do that every single day, you're looking at this list and you're adding to that list. Eventually, something has to click with you yes, I woke up today. Yes, I have a roof over my head. Yes, I have health care. Yes, I have a you start going through that list and it changes the lens that you wake up with because a lot of us are waking up in anxiety. We don't want to go to this job, or we don't know what's next, or we're worrying about the past. But you need to focus on what you have right now. Right now. Mm-hmm. And I often tell people, when you start doing that, it sounds like a simple exercise, but when you do it every day, I'm grateful for these 5 things or 10 things. Eventually, your mind starts to focus on what you're grateful for, and then you can focus on what you want now and for your future.
Right. And doesn't the list on the other side of what Red said sucks lowers? because you're not paying attention to it. You're paying attention to the things that you're grateful for, so that list gets bigger. The other list of what, as you said, life does suck at times. It does. But you don't take notice of it if you're looking at all the things you're grateful for.
I agree. Like everything is what we focus on, right? You amplify what you focus on. So if you focus on the negative things, they get amplified.
They get
and
bigger.
They get bigger. If you focus on the things that you're grateful for and the things that are working, they get bigger.
Right.
And then you start to see opportunities in potential relationships and career. See, we miss a lot of those opportunities because we're still looking backwards. Meanwhile, things are passing right in front of our face. Opportunities, people, connections, all of these things that we miss because we're looking back.
I like that. So your boo could be up in Sugar Daddy's nightclub passing by you and you don't even know.
Turn around, look, face front.
Danny Stone, it's always a pleasure to have you here. And I know so many people are listening right now and they're trying to write it down while they're driving. So let them know your IG, please.
At I am Danny Stone everywhere.
All right. Pleasure to have you back.
Thanks.
And we need you here, man. We need you to come in and share some more light. Thank you so much.